Good morning, POTA family. Whiskey Alpha 3 November, Parker Branch, WMA. Out here to do a quick morning activation. You already know the deal. We got that dipole up there. It's a little breezy this morning, so I went ahead and put it in the truck hitch mount. So we are just about 20 feet in the air with this dipole, which is awesome. I mean, it's really up there doing this. So then we have the coax coming off and it runs around into the back window. It's not my favorite, but it is in the low 40s this morning with a pretty brisk wind. So we're gonna have to activate truck mobile today. You know, I don't usually like to do that. I like to live up to my adage of tailgate POTA, but unfortunately that's not in the cards this morning, at least for me. So I'm gonna back over here a little bit and show you. I'm just in the parking lot right off of the highway access. There is quite a bit of area to this that I can actually go. This road splits and goes two directions. It goes back that way. There's a gate back there that's generally locked off hunting seasons. And then if you go down the road that way, it loops around to the highway. Or if you follow it back that way more, there's actually a very small stocked fishing lake. I don't personally fish, but that is back there, and it's a nice place to activate, but there's a lot of tree around it, so it kind of inhibits my ability to use this. But I wanted to get this angle here and show you just how ludicrously large that dipole is. I know this is a mid-size truck and not a full-size, but that thing still dwarfs even a full-size truck, especially set up like that. The main reason I stuck it in the hitch mount this morning instead of just setting it up next to the truck is it's just breezy enough. I'm a little paranoid after my incident at 12715, which is actually just around the corner. So unless I'm standing next to it, I really like to have this thing secured. So that's how we have it set up. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the driver's seat of the truck here, and I'll kind of show you the setup, and we'll get on the air. So here's kind of our setup this morning. I've got the X6200 out today. We're gonna run 8 watts. Pretty high powered for me. I'm usually 5 watts and less. But hey, why not? Live a little. Putikeeg key, Chromebook for the logging. I've got that Raddy speaker up there on the dash. I'm actually going to put my phone on that mount right in front of it so that you have better audio. So let's do that here. There we go. All right, let's see here. Get this adjusted where it needs to be. Oh, that's annoying. Guess I didn't think that through, did I? Let's see if I can tuck that up out of the way. There we go. Hiding up on the mirror there. I need a haircut. Don't remind me. So I'm gonna bring this Chromebook over here and put it right in my lap against the steering wheel. I've got my little Skull Candy earbuds on a splitter, so that speaker is right behind my phone. Hopefully the audio is crisp and clear. I do have my side tone set to like 400 on this radio. I love nice low bassy CW, so that's where we're at. I've called QRL a couple times, but we're gonna do it one more time and then we'll spot and get on the air. All right, so I just submitted my spot through WRL. We'll just wait a moment for that to take. There are 5 other ops on, well, 4 really, on 40, so hopefully I get enough action because I don't want to bring that dipole back down to switch to 20. It's only 9:30. That's still plenty early for 40, so I'm not too concerned. Once you break 11, at least where I'm at, that's when 40 seems to really fade out on me. Let's send that spot again. Says it was sent. I don't know what it is. For some reason, my spots with WRL do not want to take. I guess I need to reach out to support and just let them know about the issue. It's the only issue that I've really had with this program. I love it, but for some reason, my spots just don't always take, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So, let me just spot myself, I guess, through the POTA page. It may be something I've not got quite working right on WRL too, I don't know. So we are signed in. Let's see, what's our reference here? 7613. And we're going to be 7.0335 today. That's just where I found the most resonance on the dipole this morning. I'm not pulling it down 4 times to micro adjust it. So we're just going to do it as is. There we go. All right. So spot is now created. I've got my logbook created in WRL. All right. Go ahead and put my radio, antenna, and power options in here. I like to log that because you get some really cool stats out of WRL doing that. So I like to do that where possible. And we are running the full 8 watts this radio puts out this morning. AI4F. $5.99 into Kentucky from Bobby. My DIT is not working now. I don't know what it is. So I've been fiddling with this key, and W3 GTR has the same key. Actually, I think he has 2 of these, and he doesn't have many issues. But for some reason, I have issues with this thing like crazy. But it mostly seems to be with my Xiegus. So my X6200 and my G90 both act really stupid with this key. But for some reason, my QMX does not. I've almost never had an issue with the QMX and this key. My ICOM 7300, I've only had 2 or 3 issues with, ever. But for some reason with the Xiegus, this key acts really stupid. W4SK. Got John here in Tennessee, 134 miles. Something with a 9 at the end. It's very weak. I don't know if that was DX or what, but it sounded like the call ended with a 9, which is really weird. We're just going to call CQ. I don't know. I mean, if that was DX, that sucks that I missed out on it, but I only heard 1 or 2 letters out of that call both times. I got KI5WLX, but he's sending a 9. I don't know why. This stupid key. I'm so confused. KI5WLJX9. That's not a call sign. KF9R. Good morning, Ed. 599 in Indiana. Sorry, I've got a headache. It's really messing me up. So I have no clue what that KI5WXLJX9 whatever called that. I don't know what that was. I didn't even log it because I have no clue what that was. That was the most confusing call. I mean, I thought at first it was a park to park because, you know, there's a certain call structure in the US and they had a full 2x3, but then they sent me like 3 more letters after that. So I was very confused. I still don't know what that was about. If you see this video, sorry, but you confused the hell out of me. I am not a CW pro by any means, and that was really weird. I don't know what that was or what that was about. Well, we got 3 down. Slow morning. Let's take a look at the band conditions since that's a button right here. Decent. Let's see what my RBN looks like. Very northward, which, let's see, technically that dipole is oriented kind of east to west, so that makes sense. I'm getting picked up near Savannah, Tennessee, which is wild. That's very close. A little bit in Alabama, Missouri, Chicago, Indiana, a whole bunch in Ohio. I may need to get out and just rotate that. Point it north and south. Sometimes it does care. It is directional. It tends to radiate straight out the long face. I think there's minor lobes out the ends of the radials, but for the most part it radiates across the full width. So since it's like this behind me, it's going to radiate that way and radiate straight behind me. Like I've said before, I really don't pay attention when I put this antenna up. I just put it up whichever way straight and call it good, and 99% of the time it works great. think I heard an N. Maybe an NE. I'm not really hearing anything. Noise floor is kind of high today, which when I looked at band conditions, the solar flare is 123. I don't know. My noise level is probably an S3 today. Which is about what I'm seeing on the meter on the radio too. This is an S3. Let me go in here and turn off the charger on this radio. That helps a little with the noise in my experience. Brings that noise level down, which it did. I went from an S3 to an S2, I would say. I don't know if I'm hearing people come back to me and they're just so low in the noise I can't pull them out, or if it's just atmospheric noise. Let's rotate that dipole to an element north-south rotation, and then I'll come back. Hang on just a minute. Alright, I've got that dipole rotated to where the elements are north-south, so we should radiate east and west. See if that helps. So I've picked up North Carolina. I'm getting into Virginia, Kansas City. I don't know. I may switch to my QMX. It has better filtering on it, I feel like, and see how that does. Because I'm not having much luck. I got 3 in the logs and it's been well, I'm not seeing it here, but it's been a minute since my last contact. Let's mess with my filtering too. Narrow that up a little bit. Noise reduction. I got it down to what I would say is about an S1, so let's see if that helps. If I touch the chassis and add myself to the ground loop, it drops at about a full S unit, so let's refresh the POTA page, see what my spots look like from users. W4ELP. I didn't even log that call. I wonder if that's that mystery call that I couldn't figure out. Yeah, I don't know. I have a Whiskey 4 Sierra Kilo. N5GG. Colin in Texas. He came at me quick, too. That was probably 25 words a minute or more. Man, that is so punchy. I mean, that is thumpy in my ear. I love it. Yeah, my QSO rate is 13 an hour right now. I mean, everything's tight. My RBN spots look good. I picked up Texas after getting that contact with Colin. My RBN network also picked up Texas, so... I don't know. Maybe I should change my frequency on my CW. As much as I love my punchy, low-bass CW, it may make it harder to pull out signals. I don't know. My QSK is set to 300, which is way higher than I normally run. That's weird. Tone. We'll bring it up to 5. .500 hertz. Still punchy. Well, I picked up another spot, which is respotted from Colin. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna be nosy while I'm slow here and check out your QRZ, bud. It's hard to remember to do that after the fact of an activation, you know, because usually you're busy during the actual activation. Really? Huh. Very cool. Also a fellow Boy Scout. Also a POTA activator. Very nice. Ellicraft. I'm jealous. Fellow QRP Labs user, nice. Lab 59 TX500, those are some sweet rigs. Unfed half waves or a telescoping mast, nice. CW Ops member, very good. I'm personally not fast enough to do CW Ops yet. Or no, CWTs. CW Ops are different. CWTs, I think, are 25 words a minute. I'm not that fast. I've thought about doing the SSTs, which has a speed limit of 20, but I haven't really had a chance to go down the rabbit hole yet. I don't know. I mean, is 40 done for the day, or are we already packing it up? I mean, I've got 3 other stations out there. One is in, let's see, where are you at? The Netherlands, Missouri, and PA. Yeah, I mean, 40 should still be a thing. I don't know. Well, I'm going to do one more, and if we don't get anybody, I think I'm going to just go ahead and bite the bullet and switch to 20. I really thought that I would get the activation on 40. It's not that early, or not that late, but I guess the band's proved me wrong. Well, I don't know what that is, but it's taking my noise from S2 to S4. Alright, well, I guess 40 was a bust this morning. It's okay, the activation's not lost. I'm going to pull down the dipole and move those coils around to go from 40 to 20, and I'll be right back. I won't bore you with that. Alright, I'm back. I've got the dipole switched over to 20 meters. I have reoriented it north and south again. Let me find somewhere to park on 20. The nice thing about being out here this early in general is there's a lot less activity. So hopefully I can find somewhere to park. Now, let's see here. App. SWR scan. Let's see what that does. Oh, yeah. Less than 1.5 to 1 across the entire lower half of the CW portion. So, good deal. Let's see here. Let's get these earphones back in. Grab the Chromebook and let's knock this out. Sorry, this isn't quite as thrilling as I'd hoped it would be. It's just been a slow morning, I guess. Let's see here. QRL a few times here. Go ahead and update my spot because I don't hear anybody. Let's see if that one took. Go to 20. Yeah, see, there's already 31 stations. Alright, nothing heard. So, let's go ahead and send it. $20 is much quieter than 40. I guess because it's early. RBN is shifted. Florida, Vermont, Texas. Kind of sounded like AT or something, but K1SP. Thank you, Matthew. Whiskey Bravo something Delta Delta. WB8DD. Gave you a 559, Dennis, with QSB. You're fading, but 599 into Ohio. Okay, I'll take it. I am not complaining. All right, we got K1EBY, Frank in Connecticut, also 559 and with QSB. N5GG again. Good morning again, Colin. 599 into Texas on 20. Okay, I think I know what that was. KF8 FCC. Give you a 579 this morning, Eric. See, you have a, sounds like a bug, I think. 559 into, was it Michigan? Yeah. And that was a part-to-part. AA4HI again. Good morning, Charles. 559 in an NC this morning. K1SZ, I think. I think he gave me a 449 into Ohio, David. Morning, Tom. That last one was K1SZ, very QSB. I turned off my noise reduction to see if that helps. Thank you for the 559, I think it was, into Florida, Tom. N380F, I think. $539. Well, I'm up to 22 Qs an hour. K1 EBY is my longest contact at 960 miles. It picked up a lot once I went to 20. I guess I was a little too late worm for the 40-meter band this morning, but we got our activation. We're at 13. Looks like one park to park so far. See what our map looks like. Oh, you were just in Thomas's video, K4SWL. Curtis in North Carolina, 579 to you, bud. I was just watching one of Thomas's videos yesterday, and he was actually one of the hunters. Funny enough, I think we both hunted him at that particular park, so that was kind of cool. WA2 TML, and then I don't know what else he's going on about. I don't know if I got that call right or not. Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Mike Foxtrot. QRZ shows New Jersey, but he sent Florida. I know that's common with snowbirds, so that may be all that is. But I think maybe what's happening is people are sending me like their alternate location as part of their call sign. I got F8. AF8T. Good morning, Tom. Give you a 579. 599 into Ohio. Awesome. I think RM. VE3C something M. VE3CWM. If I have this right, that's the Diefenbunker Amateur Radio Club in Ontario. I got the Ontario right at least. This radio is hot. Alpha Alpha 3 Charlie. Good morning, Richard. I think it's our first contact. I think it's Whiskey Alpha 4. WA4 BRX. Give you a 569, Andrew. 599. Well, I appreciate it into Maryland, sir. I've turned the radio down to 5 watts. She is cooking. Doesn't help. I had it laying flat. But she is toasty. I'm wondering about turning the truck on and kicking the AC on and pointing it at it. GRG. VE3 GRG John. Give you a 579. A little light, but gotcha. 559 into Ontario. N0AR. All right, Scott, in Minnesota, what do you got for me? KG1A, Thomas in Florida again. I have a feeling Thomas is going to be the first person to get a repeat Hunter award from me. WB3 AVD. Got Theodore in PA. Give you a 5.7 this morning. $5.29, I think it is. N3XAT. Daniel, I got you 449. $429. N4XAT, okay. Whew, that is toasty. I really should probably give this radio a break. Of course, I have the screen on and everything else. Turn that down. Screensaver on. Make sure we lock our frequency first. We'll do the short CQ message too. I'm going to crack the windows. NI8M. All right, John in Ohio. I'll give you a 579 this morning. Doesn't help that the sun's also hitting the radio through the windshield. I have tint on my windshield, but it's still hot, and the radio's black, so it's absorbing that. Okay, I didn't get something right. There we go, N8COM. Dang, I'm still messing that up. N8KOM. Steven in Michigan. That headache's still kind of bothering me. Well, I'm about to wrap it up, I think. I've got 26 in the log. I'm not out here to marathon it. It's just kind of coming out here to POTA and just enjoy the morning. I think I'm going to open that other window so we can get a cross breeze. There we go. $30 QSOs an hour now. That's better. $30 Qs an hour, 26 total, 2 bands, course 40 and 20, 51 minutes out here. Map looks awesome. Florida, Texas, a whole bunch on the East Coast. Really tearing up the Northeast Coast, which is pretty common here, especially in the morning. I have to be out in the afternoon to go west. KE88OM, or KE0M, I think. Joseph in Colorado. Give you a 579 this morning, sir. 559. I still appreciate it. Throws a real wild hair in the map. Yeah, I turned the power down from 8 watts to 5 because this radio can run at 8 watts, but it really makes it hot. And I'm trying to slow down just a little bit with how much I'm sending code and all that. So all those things combined is helping quite a bit to get that radio cooled down. Just need to check on something real quick while I'm sitting here. Not getting very good service. May need to toggle airplane mode here. That breeze is a little chilly for me, but the radio needs it. I was calling like every 5 seconds. As soon as 5 seconds of just dead air passed, I was calling again. But I'm slowing down a lot, letting the radio cool down. Doing more like every 10. Let's see what my RBN looks like now. Oh yeah, I'm tearing up Utah. I've got 3 different spots out there. I've got Tucson, Dallas, very directional beam style. I just picked up 2 more spots even. I think this video is probably long enough. It's an hour, and that doesn't include anything else. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm at 27 Qs, which is great. Call it a day. I was kind of hoping for 30 just to make a nice even number, but that's okay. Alright, I'll tell you what. It's 10:30. I don't want to be here that long, so. Alright, I'm not hearing anybody. I think we're going to call it QRT. Oh, wait. Someone's tuning, so I'm going to send my CQ because they'll probably answer me on the come around. I had told W3GTR that I would get on 15 meters and play around, but I'm kind of out of time today. I really want to. I'm jealous of all of his maps. If you haven't checked out Ruck Radio here on YouTube, you need to. He's got some great videos, and the DX that he gets is phenomenal. He's a little bit lucky because he's by the coast. You get salt water in the area. You're gonna have a good time with the radio. But out here in the marshlands of Tennessee, we don't get quite so lucky. But I'd love to see what I could do with 15 meters anyway. Alright. Nothing heard, so we will shut that down. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Whiskey Alpha 3 November. We're out here at US-7613 Parker Branch WMA. It's not a common park for me. It's kind of hard to get here. It's not that far from my house, but the way that the roads are laid out really makes it difficult. Oh man, my spot just updated and added Cuba. Well, it is what it is. I know that the higher bands are better in the afternoons anyway, so That's just part of it. I don't really have the luxury of coming out much in the afternoons. I'm kind of limited to morning time stuff, so that's just kind of the nature of it. But one of these days I'm going to try to get out for like an early afternoon, like 1 o'clock activation, and I'll do 15 to see where I can get with that. But thanks for joining me this morning. We're going to wrap it up. I'll clean up this mess. I won't make you guys hang around for that. Thank you so much for coming along, and we'll catch you on the next one. WA3N 72.